this is Charlie and Natasha for Kracht Amsterdam, and it's sunny temperatures and we're here with today's home workout. And that home workout is a down running ladder of back squats, back squats, not with the barbell guys, I'm sorry, with the backpack, and then presses with the backpack as well. So how it goes, you start with 20 back squats and 20 presses, and after every round you're going to perform double unders or single unders. If you're able to do jumps and or like jumps in the house, but we have mountain climbers as a non-jumping variation. So then you do 18 back squats and 18 presses into again 30 double unders, single unders or mountain climbers. 16 back squats, 16 presses, and then again 30 double unders, single unders or mountain climbers. 14 back squats, presses, and then the 30, 12 back squats, presses, and then the 30, and we continue taking 2 reps off until we do 2 back squats, 2 presses, and then 30 double, single unders or mountain climbers. Yeah? Before we're going to run you through the movement standards, we start with the warm-up and then we have a bit of mobility / strength, and I want you to join Natasha straight away. So we're going to start with Kong squats, and those Kong squats are a combination of good mornings and squats. So it looks like this. You start with a good morning, chest down, then you bend your knees, then you extend your knees, and then your chest comes back up. So it's like start of a good morning, squat, squat up, good morning up. 10 repetitions in total, move controlled. So what will happen is that in the good morning, you're going to be activating the posterior chain, the muscles on the back side of your body, your erectors, your glutes, your hamstrings, and continuing with that squat is not what we want you to do when you're doing squats. Like this is a different movement, but it does help with the activation, and therefore it's a great warm-up, and it's called Kong squats, as we said. 10 of those. And then after 10 repetitions, we are going for down dog toe touches. And we're going to do 20 of these. So you have the down facing dog, you touch with your right hand your left foot, and then with your left hand your right foot. And we do 20 of these. This is just for the activation of the shoulders. And it's really a great way to kind of, dynamically stretch, right? So you're forcing yourself by pushing your chest forward in the end range of motion of the overhead position, which will help the presses later on. Then we have single leg calf raises, 10 left and 10 right. And as you see, Natasha is going to get on her tippy toe and control down while she keeps her balance and she keeps her other foot up. And if you would really struggle with this, either you can hold on to something so that you're having a bit better balance, or you can of course do it on 2 feet at the same time, but then you'll go for 20 for the 2 of them. So we go for 10 left and right here. And after you finish, I want you to repeat this full round for another 2 more rounds, 3 in total. 10 of those Kong squats, 20 of those down dog toe touches, and then 10 calf raises left, 10 calf raises right. But before you do so, quickly set us to pause. And then we continue with a bit of mobility strength. We're going to hold the pose for 40 seconds, and we'll have 2 poses for you. Starting with the passive squat hold. So Natasha sits in the bottom of the squat, and she's just gonna like sink as low as she possibly can. So what we see is that her full foot stays flat on the floor. That's important here. She can even like push her knees out with her elbows. That's all fine. And then the knees go quite far forward. Your back might be completely rounded, which is fine, and we want you to sink in as deep as possible. And then depending on what mobility limitations you have, you might not get down. It could be in your ankles that your knee can come forward. It could be in your hips that you feel a lot of tension there, but just holding the pose will get you better at it. So 40 seconds we do, that was it. Then we're gonna go to a plank rock, and this will be an elbow plank. And basically for 40 seconds, you're gonna be rocking forward and backwards. And you might think this is just such a small difference to a normal plank, but this is gonna fatigue the core much more. And you just keep on rocking for the full duration of the 40 seconds. So you move forward and backwards, and you keep on going like this. We're halfway through, we have 20 seconds left. What you see with Natasha, and she does it really beautifully, is that her spine is super straight. It's like slightly rounded, what we call the hollow body position, just slightly. And she's not bringing her butt up. And we'll hold it for another 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then we need you to do 2 more rounds of 40 seconds passive squat hold and 40 seconds plank rocks. Before you do so, quickly pause us. And then we're going to the movement standards in the workout. So Natasha will start wearing my backpack. I filled it with a lot of weight so that she has quite a good training demoing for you guys. She is going to start off with showing you the back squats. And those back squats are called back squats because the weight is on your backs. Make sure when you do it, you squat down all the way and you stand back up. Please be careful that you're not going to either fall back because you're kind of out of balance compared to what we've done so far, but also that you're not going to lean too far forward. And then make sure when you go down, it's always relatively controlled, and that it's all the way. All the standards of the squat, if you turn a quarter, and the point of performance, like feet flat, knees out, stay there. So after you do the back squats, you have to take off your backpack. Then you're going to do backpack presses. So you start with a clean, you go from the front rack. There's 2 options here. If you have a lighter weight, or if you want to make it more of a challenge for your shoulders, you go for strict presses. So the body stays completely straight every time you make sure the backpack touches your chest and you press the full extension. So you see that her elbows, her wrists are nicely in line with her shoulders. But if you want to make it a bit more easy strength-wise, the technique though is a bit harder, is when you make a dip and drive, and then it becomes a push press. And I can imagine that especially in these first longer rounds, you want to switch to those at some point. If you look at it from the front, you see feet are under the hips, and she presses fully locked out to a fully locked out position. Thank you, Natasha. Lastly, we have double unders or single unders. So just briefly, if you move over here, we have in the single unders the row passing the feet just once, and then in the double under the row passing the feet twice. Thank you. And we have a non-jumping option for you, which will be a mountain climber today. You're in a push-up position, you move your left knee to your left side of your chest, and then your right knee to the right, and you do this in a really fast fashion. And it really goes like 1 knee, 1 rep, other knee, and another rep. 30 in total. So it's quite fast, and so are the single under, double unders. You perform this after every round, and a round will be the both of them 20, or the both of them 18, or the both of them 2. So you end with those jumps or mountain climbers. So, because it's so warm, maybe get a water bottle ready. I'm not the biggest fan of drinking in a workout because I think it's some kind of resting strategy. Although with these temperatures, it's very important to stay hydrated. That being said, we want to wish you good luck, have fun, and enjoy. See you later. Bye bye.